Hello and welcome back to the Bliss Builder. We're on day 9. So yesterday we talked about letting go so that we can clear a space, so we can build in better foundational aspects. And today we're going to talk about one of those foundational aspects. Today we're going to talk about food. Now I don't want you to panic because I'm not going to lay down ultimatums and give you a list of musts. I'm not here to tell you that you must be vegan or you must be paleo or you must eat dairy, or whatever other thing that you're afraid of. I just really want to remind you of some, just some key basics that you most likely already know. We're not going to get really granular, we're just going to keep it very, very broad. So we'll go over a few things that we probably want to take out, and we'll go over some things that we want to make sure we're including. Because again, we're building a foundation. So we as people do better when we give our bodies what they really need. And this is stuff like clean water and wholesome, nutritious foods and appropriate movement and rest. And that's going to be determined based on your lifestyle and what you actually need. So these are our essentials, and these are what we have to have if we want to create our best connection to bliss possible. They're also just really foundational self-care items. And since we're really working on building great self-care practices along with building our pathways to bliss, what better time than to start inserting them? So we don't want to take in excess, or for some people even at all, things like caffeine or sugar. And another two are processed foods and chemical weirdnesses. And those last two a lot of times go hand in hand for people. You'll pull out a box on the shelf and you look at it, and in the 37 different ingredients you realize you can't pronounce like half of them. That would be a chemicalized weirdness. Processed food, feel free to put that one back. We can make a better choice, trust me. This also means that Twinkies and mochas are not going to be your ideal lunch, breakfast, snack, etc. So if those are things that we don't want to take in, then what do we want? What do we want to put in our bodies? What's going to be the ultimate amazing fuel? Well, we really want to make sure we're taking in a variety. We want to make sure that we have a large variety of real foods. We want whole foods. We want recognizable foods. So we want turkey. We want zucchini. We want broccoli. We want tomatoes. We want things like that, things that you can actually, what they are, and it doesn't take an ingredient list of 33 things to make it up. We want to make sure that we're taking in things that vary by our own personal needs, but we also want to make sure that we're taking in things that vary by season. And your diet may not be the same as your partner's, as your best friend's, as your mother's. My diet and my family's diets, they're all quite different. And that's perfectly okay. We're all taking in what we need for our bodies. So we want to make sure that we're taking in a variety of greens. This gives us a really good, just really strong nutrient base. So we want, a variety of spinach and bok choy and collards and kale. There are so many different types of kale. And then we want to make sure that we're taking in veggies. We want things like celery and onions and carrots and radishes and kohlrabi and green beans, and the list just keeps going on. Walk around the outside of the produce section, you'll find it all, I promise. And we want to make sure that we're taking in some fruits. Keep in mind though that a lot of fruits contain really high amounts of sugar, so you want to eat them in their whole form as frequently as possible when you're taking in fruit, because that way the fiber that's in the fruit, that fleshy bit, that helps slow down the processing of the sugar. Otherwise, we're just basically giving ourselves a sugar injection right into our bloodstream. So we can have a sugar peak and then a sugar crash. It's never really very pleasant. We'd like to avoid that. So those are our basic plant things, and for some people there are even going to be things like clean meats, fish, poultry, eggs. For some people there will be dairy products, really high quality dairy. For other people there will be whole grains. Some people will eat a variety of nuts and seeds. It's really just going to depend on what your body needs. So in order to start finding what your body needs, let's experiment. Today, I would like you to be really, really brave and really, really experimental and take one healthier food. Maybe it's something that you've always wanted to try, but you just never have really, made the effort. Or maybe it's something like, maybe you just think kiwis look really weird over there with their brown fur and their green insides. It's kind of an odd combo. Maybe you never gave them a go. Well, I invite you today, give them a go. Kiwis can be quite pleasant. So have fun, happy experimenting, and I will see you tomorrow.